Next, on Ghost Nation.
Reminds me of Freddy Krueger.
I couldn't see his face, and he just started walking towards me.
The iPad turned itself on, and it actually spelled out, "I'm Jim."
Is there somebody here by the name of Jim?
There was a voice there.
Something that's been dormant, now it's just pulled right out of the ground.
There's something going on over here. Oh, there's something. Morgan Owen was killed and scalped.
You hear that? Like somebody just moved something upstairs. Yep.
What the hell was that?
It was just a weird sound.
Was there?
Yeah.
There is something else in this house.
Make some sort of a noise. Let us know you're here with us.
We are a community of searchers.
This family is under attack.
We are.
Ghost Nation.
Well, it's always nice being up here in upstate New York. It's a beautiful area. Been up here, we've investigated a bunch of times.
Not for a private residence in quite a while, though.
We're just west of the Hudson River, heading to the home of Dan and Danielle Carpenter. They believe their 18th century dream house is overrun with paranormal forces.
So the house is really old, and the more that they dig through their yard, the more activity happens. So that's pretty interesting.
It's definitely crazy and strange.
And the local investigators, you know, Jonna and Twist, they were called in, but they're looking to us for answers that they can't get on their own.
Happy to help.
Jonna and Twist Kelly have conducted several sweeps of the property. But despite their extensive experiences with historical hauntings, this house has proven to be too much of a challenge. And with the activity escalating daily, they were compelled to contact us.
Hey, how you doing? Good, how are you? Thanks a lot for showing up. Thanks for having us, Jason. It's a pleasure.
Hi. Welcome to the Carpenter's home.
Well, thanks for having us out.
We want to tell you a little bit about Dan and Danielle, the owners. They actually bought the house in 2017, the end of it.
Right.
And when they moved in, the activity started the very first day.
Is there more activity happening to Danielle over Dan, or is it both equally the same?
It's to both of them, but I think more to Danielle.
Okay. Yeah.
They've heard children singing, they've heard muted conversations, and the most remarkable thing, I think, was she had her iPad and she was going upstairs. And as she was walking up, she noticed that the iPad turned itself on, and it actually spelled out, "I'm Jim."
It's definitely a twist of the case here.
When we first stepped into the house, the atmosphere felt a little thick, but I still felt a pull to it, some sort of connection. Dan fell in love with it. He was smitten.
I knew right away that I was gonna wanna buy this house and fix it up.
And just starting out, we were willing to take on the challenge. We can bring this house back. The paranormal activity started off very subtle. I would be cleaning the house, and all of a sudden, I would feel crowded. Like if I were to turn around, I would bump into somebody. Like the room was packed.
Feels very claustrophobic, very crowded. And I think that's true for every room in this house.
And then it was the unexplainable sounds is when we started to really think something was up. We would be sitting downstairs, you know, just having a conversation. And then all of a sudden we hear footsteps upstairs. It just felt like heavy boots. We'd go upstairs and we wouldn't see anything.
And then, the Carpenters did something that caused the paranormal activity in their house to go from bad to worse.
When we befriended somebody who was a metal detector, and he said, I know your house is historic, it's been there since 1700s, I'd like to metal detect. And he did. One of the coolest things that he's found was the George Washington inaugural button. I think that's when we woke something up. Something that's been dormant for 250 years, now it's just pulled right out of the ground again.
After they dug up the yard and displayed the unearthed items, that's when the paranormal activity grew out of control.
I would hear murmuring and talking in the house, but nobody was there. And all of a sudden, tied with that, I would get chills. And this was like the middle of the summer. I tried to think, okay, it's all in my head, but as I would tell myself it's all in my head, it would sort of escalate.
The activity ramped up from strange sensations and noises to full-on apparitions.
We were sitting in the parlor. We would see shadowy figures at the corner of our eye walk down that hallway.
And those shadow figures soon gave way to something a lot more distinct and a lot more frightening.
I was just laying there and I saw this figure. I couldn't see his face, but he had like old clothing, like kind of a tall hat. And he just started walking towards me this way in a matter of seconds, and then he was gone.
My biggest experience, I was walking out of my bedroom upstairs. It was still nighttime outside, and the window was kind of like a mirror. And behind me at the top of the stairs, I can see this little girl in a white nightgown. When I turned around, no one's there. That day, I got shades for all the windows.
We're high school sweethearts trying to build our life together. But it's kind of hard to have something happen to you that's frightening and indescribable. And no one will believe you. And it's very difficult to talk about.
What are you and Dan and Danielle hoping that we're able to accomplish here?
That there's a lot of different spirits that may be here. Maybe it has to do with the age of the house. Anything is really possible, so they would like to identify who is here and is it friendly? We don't want them to be intimidated to be here.
We take over the Carpenter house and set up our surveillance cameras.
That just needs to tilt down.
We'll have one in the parlor where Danielle claims she saw shadowy figures passing by, a camera in the living room where she witnessed the apparition of a man in old-fashioned clothing, and there's one in the upstairs landing area.
Suck her in.
Where Dan saw the apparition of a girl reflected in the window. The plan is to investigate in alternating groups. To kick things off, the rest of the team is going to watch the monitors while Jason and I switch things up by starting in the basement.
So they claim all this activity on this floor and upstairs, right?
Yep.
So there's really no claims downstairs in the basement, correct?
No.
Many times we've dealt with cases where there are no claims, where the things reside, because it comes out to create chaos to the rest of the house and then goes to a place where it can be left alone. So, you want to check out the basement?
I do, yeah. That's a good idea.
Oh, and that's an old heating system. Oh, this thing.
Jeez. Reminds me of Freddy Krueger.
What is in there?
Oh, a crawl space.
Yeah.
Let's go check that out.
I mean, that's a new foundation in there.
Is that where the house goes from the 1700s to 1800s?
Well, this is original. This is add-on, see? Running cinder block foundations and stuff.
Yeah.
So that would tell us that everything from the kitchen and dining room back is not the original part of the house. So anything there that they're getting activity wouldn't be a residual from that time period, but it could be from whenever that part of the house was built.
Right. So it could be a residual, but it would be a modern.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Do you live down here in the basement and scare the people upstairs? Is there anyone down here with us?
Steve and I head back to Command Center and let Dave, Sherry, and Twist take over, starting in the kitchen.
Okay, this here area is very active. This here was an addition.
That's an addition?
That's an addition.
Okay.
Back in the 50s.
Okay. My name's Dave. This is Sherry.
Hello.
And you know Twist. Can you please identify yourself? We all just want to know who you are.
Did you used to live here?
That's me.
If you need to say something to Dan or Danielle, you can do it through the equipment that we're holding.
Yeah, let's check out the landing area.
Okay.
You know, where they saw the little girl.
Yeah, sure.
I know Dan says that he saw a little girl.
It was around this area here.
Okay.
Is there a little girl here? I heard something.
Can you tell us where you are?
Wow, holy moly, man.
What are you getting?
I'm getting 5, 4. It jumps back to 5 and 4, 3. I believe that there is something here. I believe that there is something here.
Is there anybody here with us right now? We're just here to get some answers for Dan and Danielle. Are you upset with Dan? There were items that were dug up on this property.
I felt a little woozy when I looked at the
Be careful.
EMF.
Yeah, you're right near the stairs, too.
Don't get woozy on top of the staircase. We'll be investigating you. Don't want to do that.
I'll be a good ghost.
While we let Twist take a break, Steve and I want to check out the main floor and investigate the bizarre claim of Danielle's malfunctioning tablet.
She had her iPad and she was going upstairs. And as she was walking up, she noticed that the iPad turned itself on. And it actually spelled out, "I'm Jim."
My name's Steve. It's my friend Jay.
Is there somebody here by the name of Jim?
We know there's been a lot of people coming through this house over the last couple 100 years. But we've been walking around this house and haven't been able to find you.
You just... There was a voice there. Almost sounded like a Y when you said that. Yep.
Jim, if you're here, can you talk to us? Was that you that said why?
Are you shy? Maybe it needs to, like, warm up to us.
Yeah. I say we head out, let it sit.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll come back and try to talk to you a little more tomorrow.
The next morning, Sherry and I review media from the night before, while Dave and Steve dive into the property's history.
So, Dave, I have here a deed.
To this house?
For the house, yeah. Built in 1770.
So that's confirmed.
Mm-hmm. This is pretty cool. Here's a census report, right?
Mm-hmm.
This address here, 1770.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham Dulson, Isaac Dulson, Abraham Dulson Jr. So it looks like the original owners and builders would be the Dulson family, 1770. And then by 1780, it had changed hands to a different family. Found a grave here. James Dulson, gravesite.
Danielle's tablet started typing, "I am Jim." Does it say what year it is on the grave?
Yeah, he died 1778.
Wow, so that would have been around the time they were here. So maybe he was like a son or...
Okay. That's something to keep in mind.
A man by the name of Morgan Owen was shot down as he worked in a field near Dulson's block house, which is...
Here.
Here. It does say that Morgan Owen was killed and scalped.
There seems to have been a lot of scalpings kind of around here.
A lot of skirmishes, a lot of, New York land was, Native American. Everything was Native American. There's bound to be some fights,
We should get in touch with whoever we can about this.
It's a good idea.
One of the claims from the homeowners is that the paranormal activity here began to escalate when a neighbor using a metal detector unearthed several historical artifacts. To see if we can replicate that effect and stir up tonight's activity, we're doing some metal detecting of our own.
Let's see what we got here.
And this is the area where they found the inaugural button, which is pretty cool.
There's something going on over here. Saying about 4 to 6 inches. See right there? Right about there.
Pull it away. So I'm gonna dig.
So it's 4 to 6 inches deep.
4 to 6 inches?
Yeah. Oh, there's something. This is saying 2 inches. We're getting closer to whoever it is.
Oh, look.
We're in New Hampton, New York, investigating the home belonging to Dan and Danielle Carpenter. They began experiencing paranormal activity as soon as they moved in.
As I would tell myself it's all in my head, it would sort of escalate.
But it was after they dug up historical artifacts in their yard that the activity intensified dramatically.
We woke something up, something that's been dormant for 250 years.
Now, we're on the hunt for anything else that'll stir up the haunting, and we might have just hit pay dirt.
We're getting closer to whoever it is.
Oh, look. Found a nail.
It's a relatively new nail, though. It has a head on it.
Oh, yeah.
Still a nail.
Yeah, no, I hear it. It's a nail. It's not 1700s nail, but it's a nail.
Yeah. Should be archaeologists.
So right here, try right here.
What's that?
Nothing.
That's really strange.
After searching the entire yard, we didn't find anything that qualifies as a historical artifact. Maybe it's all been picked over, but we're hoping that the mere act of digging into the ground will be enough to trigger some activity. As we head into tonight's investigation, Jason and Sherry are going to start off in the living room to see if whatever is here is ready to communicate.
All right, so this is the path they saw a man walk.
Yeah.
If there's anyone in here, we were here last night. We were talking with you. We'd really like to talk to you again. We got some equipment in here. I don't want to be too close to the devices.
Check something out real quick. There was a shadow in the front of the door, but I don't know if it's somebody out in the front.
What, just now?
Well, it's this right here, so somebody walked this way, so I wasn't sure.
Can you just walk by the two front windows of the house?
Okay, here I go.
All right, walk the other way, Dave.
Dave, nobody's out there, right? It's just you.
Yeah, I don't see anybody.
All right, Sherry had seen a shadow go by the door.
I actually marked down the time. I didn't see anything, but I marked down the time on the DVR because I could tell you guys were looking for something, so.
All right, thank you. I mean, it'd be nice if it was something actually coming into the room.
Right. Is there a little girl here? Did you used to live here?
I will say, though, when you're sitting here and you're listening, it's like you can hear voices, but they all sound like they're off in the distance. And it's just that same tone, never really gets louder.
Like they're having a conversation?
Yeah, like there's a conversation going.
I would hear murmuring and talking in the house, but nobody was there.
It'll come and it'll sound like people are talking just in the distance. I'm hearing it too. You hear that?
Yeah.
It's like somebody just moved something upstairs.
If you're upstairs, can you come down?
I am going upstairs while you're in here.
Okay. Is there anybody here from the Dulcin family?
It makes no sense.
After failing to find out where that loud bang noise came from, we're going to head outside and give our audio recorders a thorough review, while Steve and Dave investigate inside.
This is where Dan saw what he thought was a little girl. I feel like it's residual, you know, it just does its thing. This is the staircase that's been here for a very long time.
Let's get a reading on it. Let's see what we got here. High baseline for a staircase.
Yeah?
It's been 0.4 to 0.7. 0.6 at the bottom. All right, I'm gonna put the EMF gauge, middle staircase. There are some really nice people who live here now. Dan and Danielle. Dan saw a little girl.
Can you tell us who you are? What the hell was that? Can you tell us who you are? What the hell was that? If there's anybody upstairs, could you please come down and talk to us?
We know that there was a family named Dawson who lived here for quite some time. That's not your last name, is it? You know what's funny is that, like, it seems like a residual type of experience, a residual type of haunting. So nothing that we say here or do here in the physical environment can influence that to interact with us at all.
Right.
It's just being at the right place at the right time. So maybe we should focus our attention on something that we can influence right now to get us the best interaction.
I agree.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you say with maybe the trigger object proximity sensor?
Let's use it, especially with the relics that they have.
Right.
Yeah.
Our proximity sensor will sound off when an energy breaches its self-generated field. We try to entice that energy to manifest by presenting an object for it to grab.
This might look a little strange to you, but you can just walk up and take this. We may not be able to see you, so all this does is let us know that you came close to us.
We have a button here that the current homeowner found in the yard. If it's yours, please feel free to take it.
We did some digging in the yard today, too. Does that upset you? I may just aim that down a little bit.
Sure.
So we get this in it. So overnight, we can see if
it goes off.
If it goes off.
I like it. That's a great idea.
To better understand any connection between this house and the report we found of a deadly conflict between Native Americans and settlers,
Morgan Owen was killed and scalped.
Jason and I have contacted an expert on local Native American history.
Hey, Floyd, thanks for taking the time out of your day to talk with us.
Yeah, good afternoon, thanks.
So this area that this house is on, was there anything special about the area?
That was the land of the Wolf Clan of the Lenape Nation. There was a lot of land there, and when the settlers came in, they would pile up a bunch of stones, and then that would tell them where their property was. The local natives, all of a sudden, they got the barrier, and they're not aware that maybe someone has bought the land, and then you have the settler who has his rights. From his point of view, he feels they're trespassing, so he might shoot one of them or two of them, you know, and then all of a sudden the natives would retaliate, and then unfortunately people died on both sides.
Well, and you know the area we're in. We're in New Hampton area.
So yeah, there's some activity around different places. Yeah. But exactly where you're at, I can't think of anything particular that with the house you're at.
Thank you so much for talking with us and giving us some information.
All right, take care.
Since we can't link the death of Morgan Owen to the carpenter's house, we keep researching for more names, while also poring over all of our recorded media. In our audio recordings, we discover a potentially significant piece of evidence, a distinct voice captured during last night's investigation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
It sounds like it's saying I'm sorry. It might be right. That's the way it, like,
Like a little girl, like a little kid. That's, I mean, 100% sounds like a little girl.
So it makes you wonder if, is that the girl that Dan's seen?
It's possible. There was another family by the name of the Pulis family. David Pulis, he died in the house in 1919. He was 78, but David had a daughter by the name of Maggie. She died at 13.
More names for tonight.
More names for tonight.
For tonight's investigation, Dave and Sherry will start on the main floor, trying to establish a connection using the new names we found associated with the property.
Is the Pulis family here? You know, I like being where there would be high traffic when this was a bustling house, you know, because you always know this is a spot. This staircase has been here for, you know, hundreds of years. And you know this is a spot that people would go up and down, up and down.
This was here since day one.
Right.
Yeah. David, are you here?
My name is David as well. This is Sherry.
Hello. Maggie, are you here? Are you the little girl that Dan saw one morning?
If you're not from the Pulis family, can you let us know somehow?
Can you tell us what your name is? Is there something in this house that's yours?
I mean, I heard that.
Yeah, that was...
Tango for center. Did anybody just go like,
Absolutely not.
What were we talking
if anything is in this house, if that's theirs, if anything is theirs in this house.
And you know, it's funny, that's where the relics are.
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean, to me, it was like a moan.
If there's something that's in this cabinet that's yours, can you move it for us?
You know, we're focusing on these items, but there could be an item
Right.
in the rest of the house.
Can you keep...
Did you hear that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Jeez. I mean, that was like a word. Is someone trying to talk to us in here? Hello?
After Sherry and Dave finish canvassing the main floor, Steve and I take over and head upstairs. We haven't checked out the attic yet. Maybe we'll find something up there that can explain the sounds Dan and Danielle have heard on the second floor.
What do you think?
I say open it. Watch your eyes. Watch your eyes. All right. Bring this part down. Watch my chin.
Here, I got you.
Okay. Don't let any of this fall in your eyes or anything.
Watch yourself.
There we are.
Go ahead, I got you.
All right, thank you.
I'll go up after.
You did that.
It was a strike.
What?
I was trying to throw it up out of your way. There, it's out of the way.
There's lots of animal activity up here.
Okay. Which could explain noises and stuff?
Yep, a lot. Like you can see ripped up, like insulation. You can see animal repellent. I'm gonna go up a little more and see if I can see.
All right. It was just a weird sound.
Was there?
Yeah. I had to say it sounded like a female But it was like, come on down. We'd really love for you to come talk with us.
The people that live here are so nice. And they're really scared. And if they don't need to be scared, we want to let them know.
Maybe you have something you want to share? Maybe you have something you want us to tell them? Thank you very much for taking the time.
There's little doubt that the Carpenter's house is brimming with paranormal energy. And while we weren't able to corroborate some of Dan and Danielle's claims, we're eager to share all the evidence we did find.
It's a beautiful home, it really is, and there's a lot of charm here, and digging into the history of the house was quite fascinating.
We have some audio that we'd like to play for you and just get your take on if some of these voices or some of these sounds are things that you guys are familiar with.
Okay.
So on this one, Dave and Sherry were in here investigating, and they were having all types of voices happening.
Can you keep...
Did you hear that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did that tone or anything sound similar to what you've heard in the house?
The murmuring, kind of, yes, where it's indistinguishable.
That exact sound of it's, you hear it and you know it's a conversation. It sounds like a distant phone conversation. That's kind of what we've experienced, you know?
It's like you can hear voices, but they all sound like they're off in the distance. And it's just that same tone, never really gets louder.
Like they're having a conversation?
Yeah, like there's a conversation going. One point, Sherry and I were in here investigating, and Sherry saw what looked like a shadow walk by the front door.
I just wanted
What?
There was a shadow in the front of the door that went over here, but I don't know if it's somebody out in the front.
Shortly after that, there was a loud bang that came from upstairs. You hear that?
Yeah.
It's like somebody just moved something upstairs.
That's what happened to us.
It's like somebody just moved something upstairs.
That's what happened to us.
Oh, a loud bang?
Yeah, we'd see shadow figures and hear noises like upstairs like someone was walking.
So tell us if this sounds exactly like that then.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yeah. That sounds.
We backed up your experience.
Yeah. There would be times where I'd be awake late at night and Dan would be sleeping, and I'd hear that and I'd think, is he up moving furniture? And I'd run upstairs and he'd be sound asleep. And I'd check all the walls and make sure, like, I'd hit the walls trying to recreate.
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like somebody was moving something. And I say that on the video. I'm like, it sounds like somebody's moving something.
Like moving furniture or something,
Now, what's even more bizarre is that when we reviewed our audio recordings from the time that Sherry saw the shadow, there was a voice that came through.
To us, it sounded female. So I want to play this for you and just tell us what you think it sounds like it's saying if you're able to hear it.
That's weird.
I do hear that. Yeah.
So, I mean, to us, it almost sounded like it was saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the more you listen to it, and she sounds young.
How old would you say the girl was that you saw?
I would say she looked like she was like maybe 11, 12, something like around that age.
I was able to find, there was a little girl, she was about 13 years old, who died. We don't know if she died in the house, but they did live here. That family lived here. Her name was Maggie Pulis. Her father was David Pulis. He died in the house.
Wow.
That would make sense we hear the female voice then, because our dog's name is Maggie, so we're always calling her name and everything.
Yeah, if there's a Maggie, yeah, no wonder a lot of times we're like, Maggie would, yeah.
That's really interesting. You know, one of our biggest techniques, one that I like to use very often, is rapport building, you know? And if you're walking around the house addressing a Maggie, maybe she doesn't quite realize your dog's name is Maggie.
Yeah.
I mean, she very well may think you're talking to her and discussing things, and she may be cluing into that name.
Yeah.
That is quite interesting.
So I think really we didn't feel or find anything that would have us concerned for safety or anything like that.
That's good.
I mean, there seems to be some residual sounds that go on, like a tape player rewinding, playing itself over and over again. But there also seems to be some intelligent type things like this, I'm sorry, which seem like a direct response. They're not trying to startle you. They're not trying to scare you. A lot of times they're just trying to be acknowledged. They want somebody to know that they're there.
Sure.
In return, that can be the frightening thing that people experience that scares them because they're not prepared for that.
Moving forward, say something happens, don't let it frighten you. Address it. Just a little bit of a cognitive shift in terms of how you perceive what's happening will go a long way.
We could see the stress leaving your face as you were listening. That has to be the greatest gift. And we thank you for doing that for this wonderful young couple.
And just know that we're only a call away. So if you need something, give us a shout. We can come back.
I appreciate all your work. Thank you for coming out here and helping us.
Thank you very much.
It means a lot to us.
The Carpenter's house is a haunting that might date back centuries. But what started as a nightmare scenario for Dan and Danielle in their dream house by no means has to stay that way. Now that we might have identified the source of the haunting, we believe there's a peaceful path to coexistence between the young couple and the home's otherworldly inhabitants.